Good afternoon, YouTube. How you doing today? Sorry I didn't get you a video yesterday. I don't know. But I asked on Facebook, and one person responded, Kurt Johnson. There's a shout out, dude. Kurt asked what kind of wildlife I see out on the road. And short answer, I don't. I'm not looking to the sides as much as I'm looking at the road, and I'm focused on the road. And if there's something on the road, 95% of the time it's dead. Roadkill. So really, I don't see much wildlife. I do see livestock from time to time, especially out west. You go out west and you're going to see just cows by the hundreds. These large ranches in, Nebraska, Colorado, Wyoming, out west of the Mississippi. But as far as wildlife, non-domesticated crap, I guess, other than a couple times seeing a deer on a road that ran away before I got there, I really don't see much. But Kurt, now that you're living in Georgia, you can go down to Florida. And if you take Interstate 10, take 75 south, take Interstate 10 east, right? And you'll come into an area where, you know how up here you have, deer crossing, warning, deer crossing signs. Florida, they've actually got a bear warning. Yeah, take 75 south, 10 east, and you'll see it. It's next 30 miles, and it's got a little bear on there. Next 30 miles. Where here you'd have a deer, and next 10, whatever. But yeah, so maybe you see a bear down there. I don't know. I never have. Other than like the zoo, I've never seen a bear in person, but But they got the warning sign, so it must be something people hit from time to time or something. He also asked about driving in the snow and ice. I really don't have experience with that in this century. Now, when I was driving in 97, I do remember driving in getting to be a blizzard, and I shut down at a rest area. And another time I was coming home on I think it was 74, and it's snowy as hell. Plows haven't been out yet, or haven't caught up, or I don't know what the deal was. It was daytime though, so the visibility wasn't bad. And I'm going along, I come up over this hill, and as I crest the hill, I see right in front of me, just on the downside of that hill, is this old ass boxy, looks like an old Oldsmobile or something, 70s, 80s era car, going about 20. The road is covered with snow, both lanes. I can't slam on the brakes. I wouldn't stop, I'd slam into the guy. So I had to crank over, swerve into the other lane, felt myself start to slip as I, tried to correct back. There's really not much you can do at that point. You just let go of everything and hope that it steadies itself out from the momentum. Which is what it did. It straightened itself out as I was yanking on my air horn to tell this guy, "You're a fucking asshole for going 20 on the road where nobody can see you." He didn't have his flashers on. He didn't have his headlights on. Nothing. He just putting along, an old man going about 20 on the road because he was so damn scared. Dude, if you're so fucking scared you're going 20 on the fucking interstate, pull over. Not only are you trying to kill yourself, you're trying to kill other people at that point. But here lately, other than massive rainstorms, that's what I was driving through all day yesterday, massive rainstorms. Well, it's not always massive. Sometimes it's pouring down to where I had to slow down. Other times it was just misting that I had to keep my headlights on and wipers on. But all day, from the moment I woke up to the moment I went to sleep yesterday, rain, 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 rain. Didn't stop at all. Of course, I also spent all day in Tennessee. I'm in Maryland right now, just south of Pennsylvania, about less than 80 miles from my delivery, which is at 2:30 a.m. Eastern time, of course. 2:30 a.m. This Lennox plant only accepts deliveries between 1 a.m. and 6 a.m. That's it. That's the only times they accept deliveries, period. And it's a live unload. So if I get there at 2:30, I might not be out of there until 4:30. I'll have to shut down by probably 2 p.m. at the very latest. I plan on leaving. I'm at a Love's truck stop. I plan on leaving out here 12:30-ish. I got my alarm set for 12 midnight. But I don't like driving in the middle of the night. I really don't like driving in the middle of the night. If I have to drive in the middle of the night, leaving out at midnight is a little bit better than leaving out at like 10 o'clock. Because at that point, midnight, you get your 8 hours before you have to take a 30-minute break. By 8 a.m., some parking is opening up. Not a lot, but some. Really, I'd prefer to wait until 2 or 3 in the morning if I had to pull out in the middle of the night. 2 or 3 in the morning, that's okay. But midnight is just a bad time. But, I'll probably log the time at the ship, or at the receiver rather, is off duty, because I'll be back in my bunk taking a nap while they unload me. Hopefully, cross my fingers here, hopefully they're not going to be using lumpers, so I won't get well, let's just say lumpers suck. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. That they charge. The last time I had a load that had a lumpers, I ended up paying the lumpers to unload my truck more than I got paid for driving the load to its delivery. That's how sketchy lumpers are. So you'll never hear me praising lumpers. I mean, shit. Give me a fucking forklift and pay me the money. I'll unload the shit myself. But oh no, can't do that. The lumpers have to unload it. I don't want to pay lumpers. Too fucking bad. Plus, 9 times out of 10, and from my experience, I won't say I've spoken to every lumper or tried to speak to every lumper in the world, but from my experience, 95% of the lumpers don't speak English. I'm not saying they all speak Spanish, no. Asian languages, I don't know which one. I'm not familiar enough with them to say it's Vietnamese, Japanese, whatever. Asian languages, Spanish, of course, and something that might have been Russian, or it might have been something else. I don't know. Sounded like Russian, but then again, so does Ukrainian and a couple other of the Baltic languages, like, out in that area. So, yeah, but 95% of them don't speak English. The one guy that deals with the truckers, he'll speak broken English, usually understandable, but other than that one guy, and it's only one guy, the rest of them don't speak English. So, anyways, I'm gonna go inside and probably get me a Subway sandwich because I'm hungry. I haven't eaten today. And then I'm going to try to sleep and wake up at midnight and go on and do my delivery. But yeah, that's wildlife, winter driving, as much as I've experienced, which hasn't really been much. I don't know. I cross my fingers that it doesn't get to be much. the good thing about Swift is they tell you repeatedly, many, many times, if you don't feel safe, pull over, send in a macro 22, which is basically us reporting to them that we're going to be late. Pull over, send in a macro 22, don't leave until it's safe. So at least that's going for them. I mean, they're not trying to make us drive when it's not safe. Matter of fact, day before yesterday, being in the shop all day, planners don't give a fuck what you're doing. They'll just plan your shit and expect you to do it, whatever. I was in the shop all day, which I was in the sleeper berth while I was waiting for the shop, and then I was off duty, not driving, or not, sorry, it's on duty, not, I was off duty, meaning I could have left and gone anywhere and come back, when I wanted. Between that, the time I pulled in, to the shop, about 3 o'clock. So the planners wanted me to take off again at 1 a.m. because that was my 10-hour break. So I'm supposed to start driving again. And I told dispatch, I know I've been off duty and sleeper berth for a while, but between not getting much sleep the night before, waking up every, hour and a half, 2 hours to start the truck for 15 minutes, so to get warm enough that I wasn't shivering before trying to catch another nap, because, bunk eater thing. Between that and everything else, I wasn't going to leave out at 1 o'clock in the morning. I told the dispatch that and asked them to make a note to the planners, and they didn't. And, well, they did, but the planners ignored it and planned me to leave out at 2 o'clock in the morning. And when I got up, that load had expired because I hadn't responded to it, and they got me something else, this load that I'm on now. So, and then today I got a plan that I was supposed to go to Pottersburg, something like that, to Walmart DC to help them with deliveries, which means going around doing local deliveries all over Pennsylvania. Low miles, low pay. They need the help, but fuck that. I need the paycheck. I need to, get back out of the debt that I got into while I was, on medical leave. The helicopter alone, my share of that, after insurance, is $25,000. So I'm seriously considering, should I declare bankruptcy because I've got over $30,000, over $35,000, sorry, of medical debt that I don't know how the hell I'm going to pay. But, I'll get around to it. I'll pay what I can. And I'll keep driving. So anyways, until probably tomorrow, maybe late tonight, I don't know. Probably while I'm at the receiver, maybe. But until then, love you, YouTube. I'll talk to you later.